Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another fabulous edition of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V, and thanks for watching. So, I am away in Massachusetts, so you won't see any captions this week, but I did want to talk about, it seems I've been seeing on social media over the last week or so that Supergirl hit its lowest ratings ever with the premiere of The Voice happening, I guess, last week. And the problem with an article like that is it's a little bit misleading in that any show, and probably all shows, lost ratings due to the premiere of The Voice, but it's also a show on the CW, and it's also lower ratings than any other network just because it's the CW. It's in fewer households, fewer people watch it, it's got a smaller demographic, it's really for young, very young people in general. Now, we all watch these superhero shows, and I'm far from young, and I like them and I enjoy them. I don't think it's time to really get excited. I mean, I guess we could hear bad news at some point if the ratings aren't what they want. But if you look at all of the superhero shows on the CW, starting way back with Smallville, none of them ever really had giant ratings, although Smallville once had over 8 million people watching, and none of the shows now have that. They're around 3 million, 4 if they're really lucky, and usually around 2.5, something like that. Arrow has stayed in about the 2 million range or so for most of its run, and it's still going just fine. Supergirl's around there most of the time. Flash is sometimes a little higher, closer to 3, maybe a little over 3. I don't have the digits in front of me, but I've looked at them previously, and what I can tell is that the ratings are never giant ratings. You're never going to see 8, 10, 12, 15 million on the CW, and it's hard to even get that on the big networks now because there are so many choices for people to watch. I think, I mean, I've been hearing things like, Mon-El sucks, we're not going to watch anymore, it's cheesy, we're not going to watch anymore, until they do away with Alex's storyline, we're not going to watch anymore. And the thing is, it's an ensemble show. Yes, it is called Supergirl. Yes, it is about her adventures and her life, but her life includes other people. That includes Wynn, that includes James, that includes Alex, that includes Jean Jones, and now Megan, that includes Mon-El. And it's going to include other characters as the series goes on. We have the Terry Hatcher and the Kevin Sorbo thing coming up. We have Dean returned recently. We got that thing going on. We have Eliza, who comes once in a while. We, of course, have Snapper, who's there, and I assume we're going to see Callista Flockhart again in a guest starring role every once in a while as well. So it is an ensemble show, and you will see these characters having continuing stories. I think Alex's story is touching. I actually like Mon-El, and I think they have good chemistry together. A lot of people say they don't have any. Could be the same people who were either Lana and Clark shippers or Chloe and Clark shippers on Smallville, in that they wanted to see her with either Wynn or with James, and now they're mad that there's this Mon-El around. There is a question of, just like with The Flash, so many people having superpowers and new superpowers showing up every week. Flash supposed to be the fastest man alive, but it seems like everybody's faster. All the bad guys and even Kid Flash and other people seem to be able to hold their own against him. And you kind of have the same thing going on with Supergirl. There's an awful lot of superpowers. Now, when people give me that argument, I do say if you've read the comics over the years, you'll see that almost every week there's a super or some sort of a villain who's got powers, a meta-human. There are other heroes. It's a shared universe, so everybody does have powers. So when people say, God, everybody's got powers, Supergirl's not even special, that is the problem with having a shared comic book universe, which happens in the books every week. There are other super people around all the time. And if you're talking about the George Reeves show, when he caught, bank robbers, it's because they didn't have an effects budget and they didn't have all those super characters around. But now, these shows want to have other supers. They want to have great effects. They want to have big villains and scary things. And they want to have Supergirl be challenged every week. So a lot of times it looks like she gets knocked down by everybody and she's in a battle, but how interesting would it be if she just walked in and took everybody out every time within seconds? The show would be over real fast. So I think I'd like more people to watch. I'd like the ratings to go up, but I think we're not in danger necessarily, although I'm not on the inside, so I don't know what they're thinking or what they expect. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and remember, always watch Supergirl and look up in the sky.